have pulled out my Cheeky Studio ephemera. None of them are really full packs. Most of them have just a little bit left out of them. And I decided to see what I can do with this. With this one pretty poorly composed photo of my husband and myself. This is when I got a selfie stick. We were playing with it, and it's not a great photo, but I love this moment, and I still love this. So let's see what I can do. The very first thing I did was grab my cheapy watercolor set from Michael's, and I'm just slathering some water on the paper. This is Basil marshmallow cardstock, so it does take the watercolor and the water a little bit better than what a normal or regular white cardstock would do. It's a little bit thicker, it holds up a little bit better to it. Now, as you will see later on, it still does warp, but nowhere near what would have happened had I just used some regular cardstock. Now, I'm just doing some loose stripes of red and blue, and I'm not really doing anything other than the stripes. I'm not really like melding them together. I'm not really doing anything but laying down the stripes. I just want a little bit of color on my background, and I knew that if I mixed them up a little bit too much, I'd end up having purple, and I really wanted just the red and the blue. Now, one fun thing I did was grab some of my Brutus Monroe surface inks, and in the red and blue color, I don't remember what they are off the top of my head, and I just splattered them down. And as you can see, they made some pretty cool halos because the paper was still wet. So I went ahead and let that dry. And as you can see, I have some softer watercolor look, and some of the things have a more harsh edge to them. And like I said, I'm totally okay with that. Now, when I was putting this heart doily around the paper, I was tempted to cut out a heart and just place it in that solid part so you couldn't see the background underneath of the doily. But I decided, you know what? I like it that way, and that's just the way it's going to be. Now, this die cut today came in a Cheeky Studio kit. Not this month's kit, I believe it was September's kit. And even though the blue is not exactly the right color, I decided I could grab some of my inks and change it a little bit. So I grabbed my Tim Holtz glass craft mat, and I love this sucker so much. So I just went ahead and peeked through my inks to figure out what color I wanted to do, and I went with the Brutus Monroe surface ink. I just really feel like that ink is a really good ink to cover up other things. Those surface inks cover up other things beautifully. So that dried, and then I'm back here. I'm pulling out a couple of my 6x6 papers just to do up a little bit of photo mats on my photo here. Now, I had actually pulled out that black and white text because I thought I was going to doodle a black outline around the edge of my paper, but I never made it to do the black outline, and I'm sitting here looking at my layout right now, and I'm not really certain I'm going to. I think it might just stay the way it is, and that'll be that. I'm using some foam tape to pop up this photo a little bit, and it's I wish I could remember the brand. I got it at a scrapbooking retreat, but I just don't remember the brand. It is a thinner foam tape, which is awesome because I love the fact that my foams are different thicknesses. That kind of stuff really excites me. I like being able to pop things up on different heights on the page. So I finally used my close to my heart little glue pen here and pop that guy right on top of the photo. And that is my head in the way. I'm just trying to line up where I want it to go. And as you can see, for some reason I think every couple of weeks or so, my camera gets shifted, and where I normally create on my grid mat doesn't really show. Like, you're seeing lots of cut off tops here, guys. Really sorry about that. Now, this is a mixture of wildflowers, set number 1, and wildflowers 5, I believe, that came in the kit a couple months ago. And this is Winter Florals, and this Winter Florals is gorgeous. So Winter Florals is when I discovered Cheeky Studio, and I was like, this ephemera is to die for. I have to buy it. So I bought the Winter Florals kit, and as they say, the rest is history. So I'm doing a mixture of red and blue flowers, since that's what I went for with the watercolors and the surface inks. And I knew I wanted to do the red because of the heart, and I wasn't sure what other color I wanted to use, and somehow blue made it. So now I'm mixing the kind of elegant Winter Florals with the more whimsical wildflowers, and I'm totally cool with that. I love the mixed look of it. I think it goes great. I've got like all kinds of things going on here. I got a huge doily, I got some watercolor in the background, I got some splatters. Now I'm mixing up my florals, and it is just making me ridiculously happy. Like, ridiculously happy, guys. I cannot explain to you how much I enjoy this ephemera here. So I'm just going to go ahead and tuck some more little pieces here, and then I'm going to create another little cluster over here at the top of the heart. And I think I'm going to cut some of this out because it's a whole bunch of me just moving flowers around and trying to figure out where to put them. But I'm leaving a decent amount in. And if you can hear that background noise, it is Thursday, and that does mean just about everybody on our street gets their lawn done by the lawn guys. So, you know, no matter where I go in the house, it's like they follow me. So I'm just hoping that you guys don't hear a whole bunch of it. So here I am just fixing up that cluster, and look at that ephemera. It's beautiful, and I'm doing kind of a diagonal line of ephemera. Even though I have painted the horizontal lines, and even though I have this heart hanging off the left side of the page, I'm kind of just going all over the place. I'm just doing my own thing, and I'm doing what I want, and that is what really makes me happy when I'm scrapbooking. Like, I can see it. I'm like, okay, you know, we have a left orientation, and I have a diagonal. Like, I can name off the little design things, but really they don't matter to me. It's a matter of what I like and what I think looks good, and that's all there is to it. And I really encourage anyone, whether they are a scrapbooking veteran or they're a newer scrapbooker, to just do what you want and do what makes you happy, and don't worry about what other people are doing. There are some beautiful stuff, like beautiful things out there that I'm not going to do it because it's not what I want to do. I can totally appreciate it, but it's not what I want to do. And you might be looking at this and being like, holy crap, she's using one huge honkin' doily, and I would never use that. Or you could be like, what is she doing? She's cutting apart little pieces of flowers, and I would never take the time to do that. But you know what? That's cool. If you wouldn't cut apart little flowers and tuck them in and do that, then don't do it. Do your own thing. So I'm figuring I need something else on this side of the word today. Today is not going to be the entire title. I know that I'm working towards another word in here in this title somehow, and I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be. It was going to be something about today and every day and love and all that kind of stuff, but I just really didn't know. I didn't have a clue. it's one of those things where I started to work on it, didn't know where I was going, so I stopped and moved on to something else. And I do that a lot on my pages. I flit around until I finally figure it out. At this moment, I think I'm looking through my stickers. I thought I cut this all out, but I guess not all of it. But at least you get to look at those pretty wildflower ephemera pieces over on the right side of the page. And this is the Maggie Holmes sticker book, or stickers set. I can't remember which sticker set the title is, but it also did come in a Cheeky Studio kit. So I'm just grabbing some of the blue hearts and the blue florals, and I'm just sprinkling them around my little clusters. And I found this sticker, and this is a carousel sticker off of the thicker sheet, and it says happiness. So I just decided to layer that up. So now my title is Happiness Today, which is maybe a little bit grammatically weird, but whatever, it works. And there it is, guys. Make sure you use my code Sandy10 to get 10% off your order. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.